Today we're going to be talking about the National Canadian Film Day that we just went to. We're going to be talking about the Playhouse Cinema and Project Grizzly, so stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. I've also got some interesting stuff that no one's ever heard before about the movie and some of the scenes. You're not going to want to miss that. Welcome back to Have Truck Will Travel. Today we're going to be going up Ski Club, up to airport, just a short one. But I got some great things to talk about. The other day we were lucky enough to be able to go to Hamilton, see my best friend, see his woman. I was able to bring my fiance. It was an amazing drive to Kitchener and then to Hamilton, and then of course to the Playhouse Cinema. There's a lot of history there, a lot of lore. Not all of it I was a part of, but when Peter was talking, it seemed like there was quite a bit that went into that place. So it was a privilege to be able to go there. I'm talking so fast, I'm excited. Oh my God. And they showed Project Grizzly, which was huge. Again, you know, that movie came out in 1996. It's 2025 right now. We're coming up on the 30th anniversary. They showed it right after he passed in Toronto on Bloor Street, I think so, yeah, near Yonge, whatever. And then they just did it again in Hamilton the other day for the National Canadian Film Day. Huge turnout, almost packed the place. So I just felt honored to be there. You know what I mean? The food prices are great. You guys are doing great with popcorn. I was at the Minecraft movie not too long ago. It cost me like $180 to take the kids and the family out. This place only cost me $20. I even got a beer. So nothing to complain about. The one thing that I really wanted to talk about was just how much better the movie was for me this time. I'd seen it before with my dad, maybe whatever. I saw it with some friends over the years, but then when I did it again in Toronto, I mean, right after he passed, it's like it was so mixed with me. It wasn't all sinking in. I cried a bit. It was very emotional, but I had a lot of anger at my dad. This time, though, it's been a number of years. Clearly, we're doing In Search of an Answer, my best friend and I don't know, it was so much better. I felt like the movie, it was so good. Although clearly I know what happens, I know the people in it, I couldn't look away. It was crazy. I was like expecting more to happen. It's nuts. I'm like, what Peter and Tony were able to create there, director and cameraman, is just absolutely I don't want to talk it up too much, but honestly, I was mesmerized at some times, and there's some good laughs. I know the old man at times was writing a script, and we were really thinking about, they were really laughing at my dad and how much I hated that. But this time I felt like the laughs were at the proper moments. I didn't realize how funny the movie was in some aspects. I still think it was a serious movie and would not classify it or push it as a comedy, but man, where there's just some stupid, funny scenes. They were great. It was really funny seeing the old man up there, and I miss him so much sometimes, and just hearing him talk. So my thoughts this time, of course, I've always been a fan of Project Grizzly, but this was a much better showing. I think it's just because I was in a better mental headspace, but everything about the other day was great. We went to a pub, got some nachos, got a Guinness, hit up the Playhouse Cinema thereafter, got some Hamilton Lager. It was delicious. Shout out to Hamilton Lager. Good beer. So we did that, and then huge thing was we got the movie signed by Peter Lynch. Peter, if you're watching these, I know you got me on Instagram and stuff. Thank you so much, man. Peter's been just amazing for years now. You know what I mean? Ever since my dad passed, I've kind of been talking with him off and on. He's always just been the nicest guy, and it was amazing getting to see him yesterday. And some of the Q&A, I don't know if anybody will watch this from there, but if you guys do, the questions were incredible. There was quite a bit of them. I think we got like 25 minutes of footage from that, so we're going to be showing that at some point. It was awesome. That's all I can keep saying. I feel like I'm jazzed up. It's been tough doing the In Search of an Answer videos. I find I get too moody, but these Have Truck Will Travels, I don't know. It was great. It's everything that I wanted. And then being able to do it with my best friend, being able to bring my fiance and kind of show her what the legacy was, show her the movie from 96. Peter had a funny story about David Carradine meeting my dad. I guess my dad, a bunch of, this is back when they premiered it, and I'll upload the footage. I'm going to misquote all of it, but I guess there were some big name directors who were coming up to my dad, and he didn't know who they were, and he was fixated on finding Al Pacino. And then right at the end, and the old man was always an exaggerator. He always was. He said he met David Carradine, and David Carradine was hyped up about his jacket and stuff like that. And I was always like, is it bullshit? No, it was real. Got to meet the man himself. David Carradine, of course, from Kill Bill and many other movies. So I was like, that was awesome. Because with the old man, he's not a liar, but there's a lot of bullshit there and embellishment. So hearing some of those stories where it's like, no, that was real. And Peter had some really cool insights and things like that behind the scenes. That was great. I don't want to say honored, privileged, but it's like, how many more times are they going to do it, right? How many more times are you going to be able to go to a cinema and see Project Grizzly? I was like 4 years old when that movie came out. So clearly I didn't watch it then, even though I'm in it briefly as Joe. The old man used to call me Joe from the movie Mighty Joe Young. And then again, you know what I mean, 2018, they showed it again. It made sense. He passed away. But then, boom, this came out of nowhere. I was in Vaughan not too long ago, and then I had to go back. So this all worked out because I had to go there anyway. But out of nowhere, I didn't even, I don't know, I feel like I wasn't even aware of like the film day and things like that. And the fact that they were showing it. It was free as well. So again, a huge shout out to the Playhouse Cinema. You didn't have to pay to get in. And the food prices and things like that, it was incredible. I was like, this is just crazy. The cinema was beautiful. Can't say enough kind things about those guys. There was a young, there was a gentleman who met me at the door. He knew me by name. He shook my hand. If you're watching this, thanks so much, man. He's like, oh, you know, thanks for coming, Brett. But I didn't know the guy's name. And I'm like, I'm weird, socially awkward, and just anxious all the time. So I'm like, yeah, thanks, man. And then my fiance, the best friend, was like, do you know that person? I'm like, no, he was super nice, though. I'm super weird with people. So, hey, man, if you're watching this, you know what I mean, drop a comment, something like that. I could go on more, but it was awesome. We got a lot of footage. We got to record. Of course, just the whole experience of driving back to Kitchener. It's been a while since I was there, to see my best friend and get to his place. And again, I got to bring my fiance with me. And she recorded some footage of me driving up, because with this I'm always so anxious, like the phone's not recording or something. You do a 20-minute video like this and then it's gone and you're like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? But I was saying at the beginning of the video that I had some funny like behind the scenes stuff. I won't go into there's a lot of them, but there was one scene, oh my god, we were laughing. So in the movie, you know, the old man, he's standing there and he's talking to Captain Keith Cunningham and stuff about like the safety precautions they have. And I guess like they'd have like these shotguns loaded with like well, they weren't like explosive rounds, but they, you know, you'd shoot them and they'd explode in the air and things like that. But I think it was Rico. He turns so some of the stuff they had wasn't allowed. I guess it was illegal, and he had like a stick of TNT or something. Like it was an explosive. It was illegal. You couldn't bring it, and like it was supposed to be kept on the down low. But literally during filming, the old man looks over and goes, "Oh, Rico, pull that out." And he's got this smile on his face. It's so funny. He's just smiling. And he goes, "Why don't you explain what this is?" And he's just smiling. And then Keith grabs it. And he's like, you know, it just kind of makes a lot of noise and stuff. And then he gives it back to Rico. And he just tucks it in his pocket. And it's just like, yeah, that's exactly what the old man would do. Be like, hey, shut up about this. Don't say anything. It's illegal. First thing he does when the camera's rolling, he goes, hey, bring that up to the camera. What is it? So, yeah, they had some stupid stuff like that. It was funny knowing a few of these things from my mom or what from my dad said, and then from what Peter's said as well about just like the behind the scenes things with Project Grizzly. One of these days, my best friend and I, we're going to sit down, we're going to do the movie, and we'll do like a commentary with it. Hopefully this isn't shaking too much. I don't know, I'm too amped up. It doesn't matter, we're running with it. Hop truck will travel. This is what you guys get for now. One day we'll do a proper commentary over Project Grizzly and our own thoughts. And the movie's not that long, you know what I mean? Good Lord, this is just shaking. I got to restabilize it. This is what you get. We're going up Airport Hill. Everybody in North Bay, we're rolling up the hill right now. It's bumpy as hell. Fix your roads. It's terrible. We'll do a proper commentary over it. And then I've got like some longer videos. Like I've uploaded some clips, Mountain Man. Got a few thousand views, so that's sick. But I've got like an hour plus of footage, and I only uploaded like 30 seconds of Mountain Man. One day I'll post the whole thing to YouTube for the world to see live on YouTube. We'll do some commentary. I think I'll get a beer or something for that one, because oh my god, whenever I'm having a bad day, I just watch the Mountain Man. That kills me. Oh, I don't want these to go too long. I know you guys aren't sticking around for 20-minute videos. I try to keep it a little bit shorter, but you know, just in closing, it feels so good with where I was struggling after his death, and then, you know, my own problems with my dad, my anger, trying to put it, you know, pen to paper, writing the books, and then archiving everything, and then seeing it grow now and how far In Search of an Answer has come. And then now, you know what I mean, we're going to Playhouse Cinema there to see the movie again. It's so fitting. It feels great. It feels like we're doing the right thing, and I don't want to get too crazy with it and say it's all fate and this and that, but it really does feel like some things are lining up. You know, we put the work in, we put the years in, we're only going to get better, and these opportunities are revealing themselves, and it was perfect. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this one. Hopefully, thanks so much to everyone who actually attended that. There were some people there. It was a pretty good showing, so hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I think, judging by the laughter and the claps and stuff, everybody loved the movie as much as I did. That's it, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Happy Easter.